Hi, so today we're going to be doing an install of Wedge Loc's horizontal brace system. This is part number 209. It's a simple brace system that you run between two T-posts in order to add some tension and some stability between the posts. So this can be used in multiple applications. I've got several. You can see in the background behind me where my fence is. I have several running between long lengths of fence to add some tension there. But today I'm installing this because, as you can see, I've got a small gate that enters into my pasture, and if you can see this gap here, obviously it's narrow at the bottom, widens as we get towards the top. I need to add some rigidity to this fence, and I need to push this post over a little bit to get a little closer to that gate so my animals can't slip through that crack. Before I install these pieces on the post, I think it's important to point out that obviously I already have my two T-posts installed in the ground. In order to install your third, the brace between the two, the package recommends that you add a 1/2 inch additional spacing between the two. So I do that by laying out my T-post, basically butting it up against my first one. I drove my second one in the ground and added about 1/2 inch in length to it to have my spacing. So you need that spacing because when you put these collars on there, it takes up a little bit, so that gives you some room to move. So let's install these. So as I showed you a second ago, this is the collar. It has the little cutout for the locking mechanism. So all you do is you slide this collar over the T-post. I'm going to slide it down, and you can see, as I mentioned a minute ago, here's these little buttons on the T-post. That little cutout slides up and into that piece. Now here's your lock. So remember I mentioned there's two little buttons on the side. The buttons stay on top. The lock goes on back, and it slides over this piece on the T-post. Turn my collar. Sometimes you gotta move these around a little bit. Turn my collar, push down. Now it's locked in place. Collar's on, locks in place. Now all I do is take the brace. Remember the teeth slide into the little piece here. Push that in, and you're essentially done. So now we move on to the next one. All right, I'm gonna do a quick shot of the other side. So this is the other T-post, but I wanted to show you the back side of the install here. So on the last one, I was down 5 notches. So I'm gonna slide my collar over. As I slide it down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's gonna slide, but here's what I wanted you to see. Remember the little locking collar? It actually just slides right into that little groove on the T-post, and you push it down, and you can see that as it slides down, the buttons stop it, lock it in place. Now you're installed. So now you just wanna take your little angle brace, take the two teeth, and slide them into that groove on the side there. We're ready to put our T-post in. All right, so now we have our braces installed. All we got to do is slide our T-post in, and we should be good to go. So I'm going to stand on the other side of this. So again, remember the reason I'm doing this, my post is leaning a little, my fence is loose, and I needed to lessen this gap between the gate and that post. So all I have to do now is slide my T-post over. You slide it into those grooves. I'm going to pull back here a little bit. Slides right in. Now I've got a brace. So you can see I've tightened up. My gap is gone. I have even spacing between my posts and my gate here. And so now all I'm gonna do is pull my wire. I'll get my wire puller, straighten this out a little bit, cinch it down, and I'm good to go. Thanks for watching.